Good evening and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. We are going to put together an embellishment tonight. This was actually from the embellishment hop, the scraps to embellishments, but it's already, they've already been sent out. I don't even know for sure what they look like. I'm just going to wing it tonight because they've been gone. But I thought, I've got this, I had these extras, and I thought I'm just going to go ahead and do a video. And if it isn't exactly like what I sent out, it doesn't matter. It'll be cute anyway. I think it was Hearts Galore. I thought it was You Make My Heart Sing, but it wasn't. It was Hearts Galore. And so I made this little embellishment with the little boy and girl looking around the heart. So let me kind of tell you and show you what I used. I used this die. Have no idea where I got it. It doesn't say anything on it. I've had it quite a while. It makes this kind of open and airy heart. And I really like it. I've used it quite a bit. Then I didn't know for sure what I was going to do with it. I just decided I wanted to use that. This was kind of one of my first, I've kind of gotten that one dirty, one of my first things I thought I might do with it, and that was do some paper piecing. I cut this out of different colors. Well, I cut it out of red, and then I glued that on the white and then just fussy cut it out. And then I cut it out of like the solid pink and this pink and white polka dot, and then just kind of started doing some paper piecing. But then I decided that wasn't what I wanted to do for the swap. And then I found this kind of glittery, the glitter polka dots. I don't know if you can see the glitter. And I put it with the brown. I thought, well, that might be cute. And it is kind of cute, but it isn't what I wanted to do for the swap. So then I came up with the little boy and little girl peeking around the heart. And I liked that. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I think this is what I sent out. And it's like it's got a little like brown and pink, different pinks and everything striped. But I think this is what I sent out. And what I cut it out of is actually a velvet or felt paper. I don't know if it'd be velvet or, I'd say felt. It's kind of heavy felt paper. And I had a bunch of it, and it's one of those deals that came in some garage sale stuff that I got one time. And so I thought, I didn't have a clue what I was going to use that for. And I thought, well, that'd be kind of neat on that. So that is, I think, what I sent out in the swap. Wouldn't swear to it, but I think that's what I sent out. So we're going to actually put the rest of it together so that it ends up like this. So these are just a couple of little paper doll embellishment things. And so I'm going to do them. And I've already inked them. And all I'm going to do is ink their little clothes and then just kind of put them together. I inked the little people in Vintage Photo, and this is a blueprint sketch that I'm going to ink his shirt in, and then I'm going to ink her little dress in Festive Berries. So while I do that, I'm going to start the twist real quick. The twist tonight comes from Philippians 4:13. And it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And the reason I thought of that is because I've been on the phone with one of my really good friends today. And, when your kids hurt, you hurt. And it's like the devil has just been after her kids this past year. It's been a horrible, horrible year of just for her daughter and son-in-law and her son. She has another daughter that has been fine, but this daughter and son-in-law, for starters, about a year ago, he's a pastor, and his church just went through some really, really hard times. They actually ended up moving on, and which that's working out, and their ministry's still doing good, and that's working out good, but it was very hurtful for a while. So that was kind of the first just really hard thing with them. And then her son had been in the military, and he was in Special Forces. He was a Navy SEAL. And he really has PTSD real bad. He I don't even know where all he was, but he has PTSD really bad. And he's gotten better, I think, but it's been really bad. And he calls her, thank goodness, he calls her. They have a great relationship, and he calls her when he's just really, really hurting. And but it's very stressful and hard for her. But I mean, she's thankful that he does. And then, just like just a few months ago, her daughter and son-in-law, the same daughter and son-in-law that he was the pastor and the church had problems, she was going to buy a horse. And she went to go try it out and ride it. And it was crazy. It bucked her bucked her into a building, broke a bunch of ribs, punctured a lung. I mean, just, it hurt her bad. And she's a very good horse person. So when they had her in the hospital from all of that, they were doing all of these tests and everything, and they found thyroid cancer. So she's been dealing with that, and today was her actual surgery. And everything went great, and she's home recovering, and everything went great. But it's still, she's like 40 years old and has children and everything, and it was just very scary. And then her son, the one who has PTSD, has surgery on Friday for knee repair. He, was jumping out of helicopters and airplanes all the time when he was in the military. And so he's having knee repair for that. So anyway, all of that said, just to bring us to this thought, and that is that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. There is no way that she could handle this and be strong and not be depressed. And I mean, her attitude and her strength and everything has been amazing. But she absolutely gives all the credit to the Lord for that, because she said, there's just no way I could do it on my own. It's only through Christ who strengthens me. And believe me, she's a prayer warrior. And many of us have been praying for her through all of this and for her children. So that said, we just shouldn't try to carry our burdens alone. That's not what we're told to do. We're told to commit them to the Lord and to allow Him to lighten our burden. And does that mean He'll take it away? No. I mean, she's a perfect example of that. He doesn't take it away, but He helps us carry it, and He strengthens us to give us more strength so that we can carry those burdens. I think I told you not too long ago, I heard a pastor say, instead of praying for lighter loads, we should pray for stronger backs. And I think that's what that scripture is saying. It's Christ who strengthens us and gives us the strength to endure and to make it through these situations. Okay, so I've got her little dress and his little shirt all inked, and now I'm putting their hair on, which I had already inked. And then we're going to make their little eyes and get them fixed up. I'm not seeing well tonight. I don't know what I did that kind of made my eyes blurry tonight, but they are. Okay, so first, to put their little eyes on, I'm just going to put a dot for their eyes. These die cuts actually have some little embossing to show you where to put some of these things. Get their little, and I'm going to show you. I think I've shown you this before. I think on the die cut, they actually had their little eyes, but I didn't want to try to do that. And so I just used a fine hole punch, the smaller hole punch that I have, to do their eyes with. And then I'm going to use a little pink fine tip marker to do her little mouth. And the brown fine tip marker to do his little mouth. And then we're going to give him some little eyebrows and eyelashes. I think her little eyebrows covered under her hair. Let's give him some eyelashes. Okay. And then we're going to give them some cheeks, or just a little bit of cheeks. And this is spun sugar. That's what I always use for cheeks, or usually use for cheeks. Oops, I didn't give him any noses. Here's his little cheeks. I won't give him quite as much as I give her. I'll give her a little more cheeks. Okay, kind of got her cheeks on her eye. So now they have cheeks, but we need to give them some little noses. And I'm just going to do a little turned up nose on both of them instead of the dots like they have on there. Sometimes those dots look kind of like little piggy noses. Okay, and let's go ahead and put her bow in her hair so that we have them all built, and then we'll put them on our heart. And her little dress and little bow are actually a little dotted Swiss paper that I have. Okay, now then, to put them on the heart. Get that where it holds good before I start wrestling with it to put it on here. Now, I chose him because he had this little arm that I could just slide him behind the heart and put his little arm right there. And there's like a little almost indent in that heart right there. And I'm going to put his little cheeks right there, his little cheek right there. So now that we have him in place, I'm just going to put some glue under him. Oops. Get him situated again with his little cheek on there. Okay, that's got him on there. And then her, we're going to put her just a little lower and let her little head overlap. And we want to just see a little bit of her dress and everything like that. So let's get some glue on her. And get her placed on there. Let those dry just a minute in place. Okay, and then we're going to put her little arm. This was one of those little tiny pieces. We're just going to put a dot right there so that we can put her arm on. Like she's holding on to the heart from this side. So just kind of get creative with your little people die cuts. And I mean, like I put a little guy in a wagon one time, and these, it's fun to kind of get creative with them. Now we're going to do some little, just my white gel pen to put a little sparkle in their eyes. Just do a little. Okay, there we go. So I think that's pretty much it. And this is the big heart that came out of there, and I sent that with them too, so that they had, I think I sent a couple of those with them. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I will put the links so that you can see everybody's different one from Ginger's Corner. The links to all of those in the description below. I just thank you for dropping by. If you haven't checked out Ginger's Corner and looked at the layouts and the embellishments and everything that are over there, you need to go check that out. I thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and just watch the rest of my videos, and just have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else.